Hello there, Andrew D. Pope. This video is all about looking with metaphorical fresh eyes and in new ways at things we already have, rather than focusing on and always striving for the next big exciting thing. We humans can get obsessed with novelty. I certainly love novelty, and many people I know love novelty, and it's no bad thing having novelty. However, being obsessed with something is not necessarily a good thing. Also, advertisers and producers know this. They know about chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, and they bombard us 24/7 with adverts and demands almost for us to buy their shiny toy or their new experience, that thing which will change our lives and make us super happy. The irony is we have a lot of the things, if not all of the things around us right now to make us happy. In fact, we'd be happier if we got rid of many of the things around us and stripped our lives down and streamlined our lives right down to the basics. The problem is we can become blind to what's around us. We can become over-familiar with it. We can take it for granted. We can forget it's actually there. And then we're prey all the time to seeking these new external stimuli that will improve our lives immeasurably. And it's just a bit of a mess, really, when we take our eye off the ball and lose focus about what's already around us. So I want to share a quote here from Marcel Proust. I'll put it up on the screen for you. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. Marcel Proust. This is actually a very nuanced quote. It's a very deep quote, actually. It can be interpreted in many, many ways. Today, though, I'm going to look at this idea of metaphorical new eyes. And this can be eyes, ears, the language we use, and the thoughts we have. Even the emotions, we can use new emotions. So take the word eyes, and you can add a number of words in its place, but it's looking freshly at the world. Perhaps I'll choose an example today. Let's picture an old sofa in your house or where you live. And this old sofa, it's a bit tired. It's functional, but it's a bit tired. And you see adverts on the TV all the time for sofas and couches, and they're often on sale, never to be repeated again. All of those good things that the marketers know will get us excited. And you think about getting a new sofa, but stop for a minute. Look at that sofa. It's got mileage. It still works. It's got a lot of connection, likely, with you and your close associates and your family. And does it really need to be replaced? Could you recover it, for example? Could you put new cushions? Could you move it about the same room and make a difference? Would it work in a different room? What about moving the entire room around? Could you even redesign the couch and make it into something else? Getting a bit creative here, you could even teach yourself upholstery. You could learn to become an upholsterer or a machine sewist. And who knows, a whole new career could emerge just by looking at that couch and its associations in a different way. Now, that was just a daft example with a sofa. But think about all the other metaphorical old sofas in your life. What areas are you missing? What areas are you taking for granted or ignoring, which actually could be looked at afresh, thought of afresh, felt about afresh, that really could make a difference to your life, at no to low cost as well, by the way. So my point today is this idea of developing your creativity about the world around you, your world, in fact, and getting back, in essence, to a childlike wonder about the world, having things be more wonderful. As I'm speaking about sofas here as an example, it occurs to me that IKEA, the furniture supplier, used this very type of idea in their advertising, having things become more wonderful every day. It's a great metaphor, again, as it happens. A lot of metaphors around today. This idea of seeing the world with more wonder. We use the word wonderful to the extent that we've forgotten what it even means. Wonderful, full of wonder. We look at something anew. We look at something as a child would look at something. Quite a powerful thing to think about. Have we lost our sense of wonder? Can we get that back? Well, I'm going to tell you, you can get it back. You just need to practice, and you need to put some effort into that and start to look with fresh eyes, as Marcel Proust said. Now, I've gone around the doors a little bit today, but we do get back to how this all increases self-confidence. I'm a big believer, a big promoter of total ownership, and we should take total ownership of our lives. I certainly did, and it transformed my life. And that involves taking control of as many things as possible. So if we can develop these creativity muscles, if we can develop these fresh eyes and fresh ways of thinking about things, we're not so reliant on external novelty to keep us engaged. We create our own novelty. We manufacture our own wonderful world just by the way we look and think about the world. Now, this gives us far more control. It stops us being under control of other people. That can start to build a lot of self-confidence. And once you see with those new eyes, once you think with those new eyes, that new outlook, that new mindset, you might be amazed just how rich your world actually is right now without all those extras. I hope this has given you some food for thought. It's been a bit of a ramble today. I make no apology for that. I'm due a ramble. And I hope you do think about these things, and I hope you've enjoyed that. And I will see you next time. Hello there. I am Andrew D. Pope, the original and best, except no substitute. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and subscribe. It really makes a difference to the channel. I can do a lot more work and help a lot more people with confidence. All the best to you and yours on your unique journey.